Hey guys, it's Blahzaye. If you're new to the channel, which everybody is coming here, just please go ahead and like and subscribe. We're trying to build this channel up. My main channel is Blahzaye Vibes, but it's still small too. So we are here checking out, trying to get better. The number one guy, the noobs below this line, which is actually super funny. So everybody's below him. So that's the funny, the funny thing. So we're gonna check out his team, see how he can get better,
Or not he, but how we can get better.
and actually do like a full analysis of everything, pick out part his team. I wish we could watch the replays, but pretty much you can't watch any replays now. So it says that there's an error on the freaking top thing. So he's a number one guy, and it looks like it's a standard team. Let's go over here. Boom. So we have the plant, we have a dusk, and we have a bird. There's not much to really. So if we take like an overall analysis of this team, you know, we have this like two tanks. The dusk, you have the dusk off breed for a little bit more tankiness. That's why he's not going for like a reptile or anything. He has the snail shell on. He's expecting to get hit for this middle line. He's not going for the super annoying Terminator backline where he's just trying to stall the whole time. I have a Terminator that's a snail shell with a tiny turtle that also has a heal, the Rosebud. So I'm healing in the back line and then pretty much waiting for the Blood Moon to kill. That's a super time consuming and annoying way to pick apart your enemy and like really frustrate them. But this guy, he will pick apart right here. So right here, I have it pulled up. The bird I think is very interesting because you have your enemy, right? So Terminators are super popular. They were popular last season too. Mind you, I started playing like a couple weeks ago, so I'm still pretty new. I'm trying to pick up everything pretty fast, and that's why making these videos actually kind of helps in that manner as well. So you can see here, he has the double talk. He has some good damage overall, so he probably lines up with, you set the eggshell up, and you get the egg bomb going, and then you do two egg bombs and throw the blackmail to pass off the aroma, and then you do the double talk in front of that, and then you're getting through most people's shield and doing a ton of damage with these two cards alone. And then when you have that not enough energy, then you just throw down the post fight. I'm not a super big fan of the post fight just because if you're finding another user if you're finding a guy with backline potential and you've been using post fight in the first couple rounds, you're already setting yourself up to get taken out. And typically that third, fourth, or fifth round specifically is what I have noticed. And once again, I wish that we could go through and watch these, but I tried it a couple of times and it was not allowing me to. And I was saying like the match history has been temporarily disabled. But we'll hit the plant up a little bit. This is a pretty super standard plant right here. It's a standard plant. You got the carrot, cactus, pumpkin, and Cirrus. You have two energy generation going on right here, and then you have some card draw going on and a massive shield. This definitely is a super good tank, and you also have some damage, because if he had Rosebud right here, he wouldn't have that much damage at all. If he had Zigzag here, he wouldn't have that much energy gain to set his bird up for further attacks, especially since his Dusk, I was pulling up the actual prices. Let's check out his dusk, especially since this guy doesn't have that much damage. The most damage he could put out is if he does a snail shell, and then he does the tiny turtle, and then he does a thorny caterpillar or something like that, some variation of that. And then you hit him, the stun goes off. He could hit this first turn. He could go Thorny Caterpillar, Snail Shell, and Tiny Turtle just on like a 3 energy combo. And then do a lot of damage and then end you up on the stun on the end of that attack. And that'll have you stunned for the next turn. And so that he could set you up again, depending on his speed. That's the thing with Dust. They have very high health and high speed, and they're not really worried too much about damage. So right here is like the combo, but he has a decent crit chance. It's all right at 40. But a decent speed. Right here, you're faster than a couple of beasts. You're not beating out birds, and you're definitely not beating out aquas here though. It's not really their goal though. You're planning on getting hit right here, then stunning them. But I think he could stall a little bit more if he had. He's the number one guy. He knows exactly what he's doing, but he could stall a little bit more. So just to set it, if he was like, "Oh, I'm setting up my bird more, giving my bird more time." Fish snack, though, right here. Fish snack just has a lot more shield, or yeah, 60 more shield, I believe, and but just a little bit less damage, 60 damage, or 40 less damage. But it stuns also for birds and aquas in the back line. So he'd have a triple stun, but then he wouldn't be doing that much damage. So that's all. But he has some good damage right here. And as you can see, he's only lost against this right here, which is a double aqua. Let's see. Let's analyze what he's lost against. See, and so he's getting beat out on speed. So double Anemone with the Nemo and the Goda, which is a good setup. And let's see. It's also another double Anemone. Yep. Yeah, does he? It's literally the same. Yep. Yeah, so just a double Anemone setup. And then let's see this guy's backline too with the bird. So this is what he lost to. So you got the hair. And this is funny too, because he's faster. So 59 speed, and he's rocking, with his bird, he's 61. He's faster than the bird, his opponents. But the opponent, this is what you got to be worried about, is that third, fourth, or fifth round, he could just be stalling, especially with the double Animames, and then he could be gaining energy. Is probably, if we could watch the battle, but what was most likely happening was he was stalling, gaining health, gaining energy with the Nemos, setting up his bird, and then that guy has post fight, so he only has like real 2 damage cards that don't mess up his chain. And the thing is, with the eggshell, you have to wait for the aroma to get off with the blackmail, because you can't just use aroma by itself, because it'll obviously put it on you, and then you'll get attacked. So your main damage is also gone, and his Terminator doesn't really have that much damage as well, even though it's a Dusk. It has a lot of health, has a lot of sustain. But what this does is you have to be wary of this because of the backline. So he can just take out his backline, and then he has the bird. All this is damage with no harm to the bird in itself. But yeah, he doesn't have the zero energy, which is like, if you're generating so much energy with that double Anemone build in the front lines, then you don't have to worry so much about energy. You have you're controlling the energy with those, which is really powerful technique. And as you can see, there's another one right here. It's like he faced him twice, and so he won on the second time. I guess he learned. He was probably like, I got to speed up mine, because he's backline too, though. So he's probably like, I have to speed up my attack. He's not backline, actually. I'm tripping. So he must have just blazed through just to get to that bird. The thing is, he has to get to the bird and kill the bird before the bird hits his backline. And I think the Terminator would definitely slow him down, though. But that's the full analysis. Let's see how much it would cost you to grab this. He's the number one guy right now. Number one. 3,157 points. Way better than me. As I said, I just started playing, and I dropped down considerably. I dropped down to 600, and then I'm back at 1,100 right now. So let's see, how much is this team? So I priced out the bird. I think it's right here. So you can get this bird right here for almost $200, pretty much 0.048 ETH. Hasn't been sold before, so that's a good buy. Let's look at this. The plant. It's just a standard Serious Pumpkin Cactus and Carrot. So let's just do this. And then go here. And I'll keep all the breeds in there as well, because we'll just see like how we play. So here's pumpkin, cactus, and carrots. This one's a really good energy generation, but it's obviously not going to be as good as that double Anamane build for energy generation anyways. So you got $163 right here. This was actually a really decent one. This one's really good, but not for breeding because it's already past 2. Look at that purity though. I already got bred twice. So yeah, $163. So you're at 163. Let's slide this over. You're at $200 essentially. 163, 200, and then for that dusk, I think the dusk is what's gonna knock a lot of people out. Let's see the dusk. It's Snail Shell, Thorny, Snail Shell, Thorny Caterpillar, Lagging, Tiny Turtle. Boop, 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 boop. Lagging and Tiny Turtle. See how much this guy's going for. That's a 156. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'll do a quick adding because I'm slow. Well, no, that's pretty much. That's when I do the actual price. 163 plus 156 plus $200. So $519. That's literally just like, so the number one team is essentially, if you just wait a little bit, I think these are, yeah, it's going to go down to 0.03. So literally $500. $500 for the number one team. And you just wait, you literally just wait a little bit. Yeah. So guys, yeah, that's what I was just showing. So you literally wait a little bit. You see he has a standard tank. The number one guy has a standard tank. You have the Termi, like a stalling Termi midline that doesn't heal the plant. So there's that. And then you have a double talk bird so you can get through the shield. So if you are facing Terminators, then you just blast through them anyways. There's no shield. You won't get hit by the snail shells. That's the technique. And I think for the poison, the only thing I would worry about is maybe like the poison teams if you're running this strategy. But anything like that's trying to build up shield, you're going to get the speed and you're getting the damage in the back and you're stalling a bit. And that's how he's number one. I wish he can, maybe later we'll actually watch some fights with that. But for $500, you just wait a little bit. It's going to go down and then the market's going to go down most likely as well. Another video on that. But that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I'll be streaming on Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Blahzaye Games. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.